Hello, friends, and welcome to my brand new video teaching series, 6 videos in total, called Dreams in the Night. Today's subject is how not to miss a prophetic dream. Say, what do you mean how not to miss it? Listen, I'm convinced of 2 things. Number 1, God is speaking to you. That's right, you, in your dreams. But I'm also convinced that you are missing the meaning of many of your dreams because you're not recognizing it's a prophetic dream. Some of you are probably saying, look, I just had a crazy dream. I woke up, I had this very wild dream and high definition. It was loaded with imagery and all kinds of symbols, but I have absolutely no idea what it means. That has happened to me many, many times. In fact, it's really a common experience. And the first indicator that will keep you from missing a prophetic dream is this, is the fact that you are wide awake and that you have had a high-def dream. The number 1 characteristic of a prophetic dream is there is a significance to the dream itself. You may have been dreaming about a pumpkin patch. You may have been dreaming about a field full of white lilies or wildflowers or some other strange and unusual thing. And it seems to you like I have no idea what this dream means. This is where the cracking the code is so important. Dreams are a language, but you'll never crack the code if you keep missing your prophetic dreams. So I want to push pause right now, and I want to ask you, are you having dreams that you wake up wide awake, you think this was a wild dream, but then you just put it on the shelf? Stop doing that. Let me give you a few scriptures, okay? 1 Kings 19, 11 through 13. He said, go forth and stand on the mountain before the Lord. This is God talking to Elijah. Behold, the Lord was passing by, and a great and strong wind was rending the mountains, breaking in pieces the rocks before the Lord, but the Lord was not in the wind. Critical to hear this. After that, the wind and earthquake, but the Lord was not in the earthquake. After the earthquake, a fire, but the Lord was not in the fire. After the fire, the sound of a low whisper. King James says a still small voice. And when Elijah heard it, he wrapped his face in a mantle and went out and stood in the entrance of a cave. And behold, a voice came and said, what are you doing here, Elijah? So I want to draw your attention to the reality. All these big things were happening, but concealed in these things was the still small voice of God. When you have a wild prophetic dream and there's a bunch of symbols, concealed underneath all of that is the still small voice of God. And key to not missing any more prophetic dreams is to recognize when you wake up, you're wide awake and you sense there was something about that dream, you immediately write it down or make a voice memo and record it, because you can never interpret what you don't record. I want to challenge you with this thought. Many times God is not speaking in your life in a huge booming voice. In fact, think about people with real authority. People who really have authority and know who they are. They don't scream. They don't yell. They speak from a place of calmness. This is why I believe that God says to David, incline your ear and come to me. God's telling David, look, if you're going to be truly prophetic, you've got to learn to incline your ear. You've got to learn to tune in. Many of us are missing prophetic dreams and the meaning of those dreams because we're not inclining our ear. We're not recognizing the still small voice concealed in the midst of that wild dream experience. I call these types of experiences God in motion. He's moving. He's speaking. His will in our lives is progressing. It's unfolding. Revelation happens layer upon layer. And he's drawing our attention, your attention, to the dream that you just had, to the dream that woke you up at 5 a.m., at 6 a.m., to the dream that woke you up at 3 a.m., whenever it is. He's drawing your attention to that dream, but it takes pursuit of his wisdom and interpretation. Prophetic things always require pursuit. Now, many of you have written to me through the years. You said, Ryan, I don't know how to interpret my dreams. Some of you, the devil's lied to you, and you don't even think you're having prophetic dreams. We sleep a third of our life. Of course, God is invading the night season. Yes, Satan is trying to attack the night season, and I'm going to talk about that as we go on in our videos. In fact, in my next video, I'm going to really share about some demonic attacks that pop up in your dreams. And I think it'll be a key teaching for you to help you to go on a journey of hearing from God in your dreams. All of this is leading up to something I'm so excited about. It's the answer to so many of your questions about dreams. It's my next prophetic class, which I'll be launching this month. In fact, it's going to be very soon. It's focused on prophetic dreams. I'm calling the class Dreams DNA. But here's the thing I'm doing. I'm limiting the number of students. Now, the number I'm going to tell you, you're going to say, that's a big number, but I'll explain. I'm limiting to just over 1,000 people. Yes, that's a big number, but based on previous enrollment of my classes, that's going to fill up very fast. Once we hit that number, just over 1,000, we're closing the doors and it's done. So for those of you that say, I want to learn more about prophetic dreams, I want to learn about how to interpret my dreams, I want to learn about dream symbols from a biblical perspective, because you don't want to get caught up in witchcraft going to New Age resources. Those of you that want to learn more about this, I want you to do one thing. Go to my early bird wait list. You're going to get access to the class 24 hours ahead of everybody else. That gives you your best chance of getting in. You go to the wait list at www.lgi.institute, and that will put you ahead of the general public. Now, my next video, we're talking about how to respond to demons in your dreams. This is a much needed teaching. Be on the lookout for it. These are simple teachings, quick teachings, 6 videos in total. That's the end of video number 1. I'll see you in video number 2 very soon. Goodbye, and God bless you.